Alright, what's up everybody? It's your boy Akeem. Welcome to this vlog. Here to give you a scout report on Michael Thomas, the wide receiver coming out of the Ohio State University. Now Thomas is from Los Angeles, California, and he wasn't heavily recruited coming out of high school, but he did get offers from Oregon State, Syracuse, and Oklahoma, but decided to attend Fort Union Military Academy in 2011, where he was actually the teammate of quarterback Cardale Jones, who is also an entry of this year's NFL draft. Now let's talk a little bit about him as far as his career. He actually had started off his career in 2012 with only 44 yards receiving, but in the past two seasons, he actually been doing a pretty good job. 798 yards in 2014 compared to 720 yards receiving in 2015. Definitely decent numbers for this team because they actually had a well-balanced offense, but Ezekiel Elliott was the feature guy offensively. Now let's talk about his strengths and weaknesses. First, his strength. He does have a well-built frame and the ideal height you want your receiver to have. He's 6'3", 212 pounds. Definitely a good size. He has natural hands to attack the football and position his body away from the defenders to catch the football. Definitely does a good job to protect the football as far as his catching ability. Now he is a strategic route runner with a very deliberate. Who's very deliberate in his patterns as far as his routes. This is what the reason why he's actually in a lot of people's top 5 wide receivers entering this year's draft, and some people actually have him as the #1 wide receiver because of the fact he does a good job in his route run ability, which is the one thing that teams love most. If you could create separation between you and the opposing defender. Now he has good bloodlines. His uncle is Keyshawn Johnson, who was a former Pro Bowler and former #1 pick, and for the New York Jets, he had a good 11-year career. He has good hand-eye coordination, and he's reliable in 50-50 situations, which is great traits about him. Now he does have some weaknesses though. Now he lacks the athleticism that you want. He doesn't have the athleticism like compared to like Josh Doctson or even Laquan Treadwell, who's my #1 wide receiver. But like I said, he's very smart in the head. It's really all about up here, how smart you are. It's not really about too much about your overall athleticism and God-given gifts as far as your body. It's more of the mind game of each sport. He does a good job as far as his route running ability. So that's what I do like about him, but he is a player that you can't really rely too much on his athleticism as much as Laquan Treadwell or Josh Doctson. Now he is a good blocker as far as the first pop, but he struggles a little bit in sustaining his blocks. He needs to do a better job as an overall blocker. And lastly about him, he's not proven as a deep ball threat, which is one thing that quarterbacks love. They want a real deep ball threat, and Thomas has not really been the guy that you've been looking for, but he's definitely worthy in goal line situations and in red zone situations. He definitely is a good player to throw to in those particular situations. But as far as the deep ball, not too much of a threat, but we will see though. Now for my overall projection, I actually see him as a late first rounder at best. I'm going to give him that because of his route running ability, but I see him at worst a mid-second round of this year's draft. Now the next time I'm going to catch you guys will be this afternoon, where I will give you more scout reports for today. Thank you for watching this vlog. I'm your man Akeem McCall. Be easy.